podcast.
Ayushi, we were discussing before this show, so you had some questions. Could you please shoot them now?
Sir, so according to you, like people with high spiritual intelligence, are they more cooperative or adjustable? If yes, then why is it so?
I would say highly spiritual people are highly unpredictable. The reason is they see beyond what we see. And sometimes when you expect them to be very kind, they might be very rude. And sometimes when you expect them to be very rude, they might be very kind. So we can't profile them. If they are truly spiritually developed, it's wrong to profile them. This was a lesson I learned when I was reading biographies of yogis, autobiography of a yogi, living with Himalayan masters, Swami Rama and all these. There are so many realized yogis he goes and learns from, and how they behave in different situations and why they behave and what are the lessons he learned. So each person has certain personality and certain way of giving lessons, certain way of giving love. So we can never actually predict. So there is no right or wrong for them in the sense of the societal norms that we look at. So in a normal office, if someone comes and asks me, my boss is like this, how do I deal with? I'll profile him and tell him this is how you need to deal with, and it works. But more spiritually developed a person is, that kind of dealing doesn't work. If you want to really understand the other person, if you want to really connect, then we have to evolve spiritually.
Brilliant, sir. Amazing. And there's a lot of, lot of things happening all around the world on the basis of religion.
Right.
How do we separate spirituality and religion? Or is it interconnected? How do we see this?
See, when we speak about religion, we'll also have to speak about atheism. Right? Did you know that atheism is a religion?
Yes, it itself is a belief, of course. Believing nothing is a belief.
No, it is a religion of rejection.
Nice. That's nice. Amazing.
Simply, if you believe in something, I reject you, then that is my belief. So it's a belief in rejection,
Yes,
sort of.
Yes.
So in a sense that every religion has to a certain extent adapted atheism. What does atheists say?
They mean to say that there's no God. No creator. It's just they are more into science, I would say, and scientifically there are some processes.
What does religion say?
Religion says there's a master power which controls everything.
And what else does it say? Why is it called religion then?
I have basic understanding.
Very simple. A religion says, atheist says, there is no power, there is no God. Religion says, there is no God but my God. There is no other path but my path. Then it's a religion. What does spirituality say?
Everyone is one. Everything is one. Oneness. That's all.
Spirituality cannot be defined in the sense that any path you go is fine. It's tolerance.
Right. Absolutely.
Conditional tolerance, religion. No tolerance, atheism.
Correct. Brilliant. Amazing.
So I'll tolerate only this set of beliefs and this set of people. If you are in this, you are mine. If you are not, you don't belong to me. That is religion. I'm not saying all religions are like that.
Of course. Yes.
But mostly the religion is defined that way. You either belong to my religion, you don't belong to my religion.
Amazing, sir. This is like the best answer I have ever got for this question, honestly. And Ayushi, what about that fear you have?
Yeah, I'll ask that at the end of the show.
No,
Once I overcome
on your
fear.
behalf, let me ask. She's again in a fear right now to ask whether to ask or not. So whenever she wants to start something, she always has a fear. So I really want you to, address this issue of hers.
But what is your fear?
Mine. I'm fearless, maybe.
Are you sure?
As far as I know, to some extent, I'm fearless. Very good. Not always, but of course, to some extent, I would say. I'll specify it.
To what extent are you not fearless?
When I'm confident about something, I know that I have the subject knowledge, I can talk about this, or I can, go ahead and speak with the person. I have a, some sort of knowledge about that, the subject.
So you have fear of lack of knowledge?
Maybe that could be a possibility, yes. But that time, yeah, of course, I mean, if we are discussing this subject, if I didn't know anything about it, then I would have been blank. But I had some knowledge, I mean, little less or more. That's why I'm a bit confident, I'm able to talk, able to discuss things. And I know she will not feel bad. That's why I took her question and asked you.
I'm simply taking your example because only a person will decide whether they want to overcome and talk about their fear or not. You can't decide for others.
Say yes or no.
So that's why, since you are willing to talk about fears, then I said, why not address your fears?
Surely, sir. I would be more than happy. I'm always there to, ready for evolvement.
So this is very important that we have to, respecting others' suffering is this.
Right, that's what you said earlier.
You have the strong tendency that you have to destroy suffering. So you are really afraid of suffering. One thing if you really want to address, and not only you, but many people, especially youth who are into social service, they suffer from this suffering, fear of suffering. That's why they want to set everything right around them.
True.
But world is a mess. No matter how much you clean it, there'll be dust and kachra, everything will be falling.
Correct.
So we have to learn to live with suffering. I'm not saying suffering is good or bad in that sense. So why is it so important for you that there should be no suffering? That's my question for you.
It's an interesting question. I mean, see, if as a person, as a human being, I have certain feelings. If somebody pricks me, I'll feel the pain. And if someone else pricks someone else, I feel the same pain. And that's what, I don't want others to face. I don't want others to feel that kind of pain. It's just an example. So let's say there's too much of pollution right now. And I know it's going to affect me, my lungs. So definitely I might fall sick and a lot of complications might happen. Right. So I don't want that to happen to anyone else also. So that's the thing. Pain is also, I mean, it's a pain. Pain is painful, I would say. So definitely I don't want everybody or people around me face that. Because I feel that.
Do you like diabetes?
No, why would I like that?
Because diabetes beyond certain point is painless.
Is it?
Yeah. Why do you think doctors ask diabetes patients to take special care of their feet? Have you heard?
No, I have heard it, but I don't know the reason.
The reason is that after a while in diabetes, nervous system becomes weak. Especially extremities, that is fingers, toes, right. Feet. Right. These are extremities of the body. They are very far from brain. So these are the nerves that go numb. So there is no sensation, there is no pain. Now, if they are hurt, will they feel pain?
They won't.
Then what will happen?
It won't affect them.
Really, are you sure?
I mean, not pain-wise, but maybe in different, some other conditions might occur.
Will you be able to take care of your feet if you have no pain?
I won't.
Even if you cut off your finger, we won't know, right?
I won't know, but I won't feel it, but it's not good, of course.
It's not good, right? That's exactly the reason. What happens is, if they get hurt in the feet in at advanced stage of diabetics, then it will fester. They will not take care of it. Because they won't feel pain, they don't take care of it.
Right, that's correct.
If they don't take care of it, what will happen to the feet? It will go septic.
Of course.
And then they have to cut off the feet. So which is better, pain or feet?
Some pain is good.
There is only choice between whether you accept pain or you can have pain or feet. You can't have both.
I got your point. Amazing.
Right.
But at the same time, there are some pains which are slow. Like I take an example of pollution.
Right.
It won't affect immediately, but slowly, it's a slow poison. People won't feel this pain. So I still know today or tomorrow it's going to affect. And everybody knows that, but still people don't care about it. So how do we deal that then?
The problem is people don't care about it.
How do we make them care about it?
Yeah, that requires a lot of awareness and spiritual development. Because today, people are overwhelmed with pain. So much so that they don't have space to care about fellow being, forget about nature. So when that is the condition, to some extent we can give information, we can create a lot of awareness, and we can use media and everything and do a lot of things, and that will create some change. But the root cause to be addressed is systemic rather than it's in the policy, rather than the at the individual level or even at the social level. It's at the systemic level and the political level or the policy making level. So unless those people, those leaders that we choose have that spiritual ability to have compassion not only for their fellow beings but also for the nature. Unless they have those values, changing this will be an uphill battle. So it's not wrong to think about or do something about it. But the question again is that to be able to do that, we have to surpass the pain, we have to tolerate the pain. As long as we are afraid and we are fighting the pain, we are fighting the same people who can change it. Instead of changing them, we are fighting them. Because you need to find a blame. And they are to be blamed. So instead of being compassionate towards them to develop them spiritually, we are actually fighting them. And what will happen after fighting? They'll be replaced by someone else who is just like that. So in a way, we have to find a way to evolve our leaders spiritually to the extent that they are able to be compassionate enough to change the policies. And that has to happen at the global level. So, on personally, what we can do, you are already doing what all that you can do. But to be able to reach that level, first we have to evolve spiritually. We have to tolerate. Instead of fighting, we should know how to increase our influence to the extent that we are able to help them develop spiritually and get right people in the right position.